Welcome back to Minton State Bushcraft. I'm entered into a 12-week challenge with Spirit of the Woods Facebook group, and this week's challenge is to light a candle with just a ferro rod and a knife, split a match and ensure that both sides still light, and a one-stick fire. So right now I'm going to attempt to light a candle with just my ferro rod and my knife. Now, I don't have a column candle or a stick candle. I have one of my wife's tiny little tea lights here. So I'm going to readjust the camera and I'm going to show you how we're going to do this. Stay with me. Okay, you can see that I have the candle here, the tea light. Obviously, it takes a little bit of preparation to do this. Although, you can do the prep with just your ferro rod. So now, I'm going to attempt to light this candle with just my ferro rod. Candle is lit. And that is how you light a candle with a ferro rod. The second part of the challenge this week is to do a one-stick fire. The parameters are to take one piece of wood, at least 12 inches long, process it down for your tinder, your kindling, and your fuel. So let me reposition the camera and get to it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to baton this down. I'm going to start splitting this down and making it small as possible. You want to take your knife. If it has a natural split, that's great. But if it doesn't, you got to make your own. You want to keep quartering until you have small enough pieces. And then once you get a piece that's about your pinky size, you can start making feather sticks, or you can make yourself curls. The more surface area the wood has, the easier it is to catch a spark. Now we're lighting the fire with a ferro rod, not with a lighter or matches. So in order for the wood to take a spark, you really have to get the material to be really super thin. you can see how small I'm going. And I really recommend getting small. I have a really bad habit of trying to light wood that's probably a little bit thicker than what it should be. But I generally carry tinder with me. Get this up off the ground. The ground is kind of moist. I don't want it collecting any kind of moisture. Alright, so now you pretty much have the idea of what you have to do. You want to keep splitting this until it's small, until you can't split it anymore pretty much. Then you want to take one, throw a hat down, a handkerchief, a shemagh, or whatever, t-shirt, it doesn't matter. Basically, you either want to make yourself some curls or you want to make yourself a feather stick. So I'm going to put this right here, and I'm going to sit on this bucket here, and I'm going to make myself some curls and a feather stick. This is not near what I'd normally use if I was starting a fire, but we're just going to start a little one today. But once you think that you have enough curls, you go ahead and make your little tinder bundle. I'm going to readjust the camera, and I'm going to put them over there, and then we're going to start this fire. I repositioned the camera, and I also brought the curls up on 2 pieces of wood because I think the ground is slightly moist, and I just don't want it sucking the moisture from the ground. So let's see if we can get this started. Come on. There you go. Come on. There we go. There's moisture somewhere. I'd say some of that wood had some moisture in it. Look at that. Holy cow. And that's how we get a one-stick fire. The next challenge is to split a match and ensure that both sides still light. Stay with me. Okay, so basically I got to split this match down the middle, which saying it is different than doing it, because you got to split it to make sure you get the sulfur on both sides of the matchstick. You can tear it real thin on one side and fat on the other. One side will have more, pull it all to one side. So we're gonna, so far, alright. Okay, we got them split. Okay, now for the last part of the challenge. I've already split the match. You can see the back sides of the match. And there's the sulfur head left on it. Let me tell you something. It wasn't easy for me to find a book of matches. It was pretty hard, in fact. But once I found matches, I found like the gold at the end of the rainbow. They kept saying something about collectible matches. I didn't want to burn them, but to me, they're just fire starting devices. So let me grab the book over here and see if we could strike both of these. Alright. So here's the first one. It's lit. And here's the second one. Let's see. Flimsy. Okay, that takes care of the challenge for week number 2. Once again, Robbie Mint State Bushcraft. Get outside.